In December of 2023, Baldur's Gate released their hardest difficulty yet, called Honor Mode. Now in this mode you have more difficult bosses, you have restrictions on saving and loading so you can't save scum your way through conversations, and perhaps most punishing of all of these changes is that if your entire party dies, you lose the save. This risk does not come without reward though, because if you successfully complete this run, you'll find yourself with an achievement that at this current moment in time less than 1.5% of people have on Steam, and also some shiny golden dice to play all of your future runs with. Now, this gave me a thought. What if there was a way to create a build and a run that could be done in such a way where there's practically no risk in the process, and you could do it in a relatively short amount of time? And that is what created the question, can you beat Baldur's Gate 3's hardest difficulty in just one sitting? Now, the rules are obvious. You just start the game and you finish it in one go. That's pretty much it. Now, if you enjoyed the video, please do consider liking and subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. And be sure to follow me on Twitch. This is where all of this was streamed and everything else I do. All right, let's get into it. Okay. I can't spell Penelope Popperton. Let's go. Okay, so the build here is about speed. It's about mitigation of risk. It's about efficiency. And as a result, we're going to run straight through the ship. We're going to jump up these rocks. We're going to collect a gale, collect a lazel, convince some dudes to leave, and then we hit level 2, meaning we can get straight into the fight outside the grove, a little bit stronger than if we were level 1, having taken next to no risks. Now, what you could do is you could hide and let everybody else take each other out, and then just clean up the dregs if you really wanted to, and then appear as a hero, but because I'm used to this game and I know what I'm doing, we just ended up fighting them normally. After that, we got into the grove. We saved Arabella. On the way to the Blighted Town, we come across some people. We get a free tadpole. We're going to want as many of these as we can get, at least 4 of them, so we can use Luck of the Far Realms on our 2 main damage dealers. And then we headed towards the Blighted Village. Now this is where we make use of the very, very useful Disguise Self spell, because Drow have a bunch of unique conversation options that allow them basically just skip any checks and get a bunch of XP for free with 0 risk. We save Barkers with a very low DC speech check. We need to roll a 5 and we have a +8 minimum. We run past some goblin camp guards and get a bunch of XP in the process. We do that exact same thing again. I have an audience. Nice. More XP, 120, just like that. We save Volo for a free lobotomy. We head outside and poison some guards. I don't even think you get XP for this. I just did it because it's fun. We saved Floric at Joaquin's Rest. Come. Yep, I know. Come. And now we're sat very comfortably at level 3. This is where we did the major rebuild of our characters. Now, I made a full video explaining how the build works and everything that I picked, but in the interest of keeping it short for this video, we're going to have 2 origin characters. Gale in particular, we're going to need, because we're going to use him to skip the final fight of the game, and then another one that will accept tadpoles. Now, in this case, I picked Shadowheart, but you could pick anyone you like. We're going to put their first level into Cleric and take the Tempest Cleric subclass. That's going to give us access to heavy armor, and it's also going to let us have Destructive Wrath on the 2nd level, letting us max our lightning or thunder damage. We're then, after that, going to take only wizard levels with the Divination subclass at the 2nd level, giving us access to the Portent ability. We're going to get as many water bottles as we can to do as much damage as possible, namely using Witch Bolt or Chromatic Orb with lightning to do 4 times damage with a guaranteed crit from Luck of the Far Realms or from a Portent natural 20, allowing us to do crazy amounts of damage at our respective levels. Our other 2 characters are going to be our main character. In this case, Penelope Popperton is going to be a bard, and she's also a halfling. The reason that we have her as a halfling is because then she'll never get a natural 1 on her checks because of halfling luck. Our final character is going to be Cree Derrick, who we hire from Withers, and that's because at level 5, she gets to go invisible. She'll have the exact same build as Penelope does as a bard, so that she can bardic inspire, so that she can have a better chance of succeeding in conversations. Again, very quick explanation. Hopefully that makes sense, but I will link the other video in the description so that you can watch the full build if you're planning on doing the same thing yourself. Okay, so now that we've respec'd our characters and have the entire team together the way that we want them to, we can start doing the actual combats that we need to do, because we've kind of run out of the easily accessible free XP for exploring. So the first fight we're actually going to take here is going to be with the gnolls. Now, the reason we want to fight the gnolls is because we need their ears. Ears can be made into speed potions, which is so incredibly valuable in this run, and you'll get pretty much all the ones that you'll need from just killing every single gnoll and taking their ears. I found the best way to do this was to go around the back and find your way up to the leader gnoll, because you can convince this one to join your side by using your Illithid powers. That nets you a bunch of XP and a little bit easier combat, which, bearing in mind, again, you could always go invisible, and that will keep you much more safe during combat and gives you an easy way of escaping if you need it. Now, if you're able to save the 2 guys that are inside the cave, you can find yourself a nice shortcut down into the Underdark through their secret hideout. Now, you don't necessarily need to do this, but I chose to do it because I wanted access to a couple of my favorite magic items, specifically the Boots of Speed. When we hit level 4, our bards are going to get their first feat. We're going to pick the lucky feat on Penelope. That's just going to make it so that we get advantage on some of our checks. And we pick the alert feat on Derek because that's going to make it that she will be at the top of initiative order whenever we get into combat. So now that we've got everything that we want, we decided to do the fights in the goblin camp and wipe them out. This is just going to give us a bit of XP that we're going to want to have for later in the game. Our goal is to be at least level 6 by the time that we're facing Ketheric. A 70% chance to hit. Probably going to hit. Yeah, why not?
Nothing important is ever easy.
That's fucked. That is fucked. All right, bucko. 40%. Actually, that's not too bad because if we miss, we can just make it hit. All right, 48. So I think what happens is you can't use Luck of the Far Realms if you've used a Portent dice. So it's good to know. And a Thunder Wave. You're fucking joking. Ah, terrible. Absolutely terrible. So, like, we're kind of boys, right? We're all kind of boys here. We're all kind of boys here. That would be good. That would be good. Look what happened there. It's crazy. Are they unaware? They're completely fucking unaware. That's hilarious. If I'm remembering correctly, water doesn't make people angry. Correct. One of these. Destructive Wrath. 48 damage. Oh, she's dead. Move in. And we've got to kill the kids, all right? We've got to kill the kids. Oh, we should be able to right there. Fantastic. Fantastic. He'll come in here while he's in conversation. It's fine. That's fine. Gale, buddy. Lightning on wet guy. 70%. Destructive Wrath. 96 damage. He's got 1 HP left. Very juicy. Penelope. That would be ideal. All right. Ooh. Fantastic. Now, the way I chose to go into Act 2 was through the mountain pass. Now, if you have Lae'zel when you get up here, I believe you can actually convince these guys to let you pass, but I made a mistake. It didn't quite work out that way. So we ended up fighting them and killing them all again for the extra XP, but you could also go invisible and walk past them if you so chose. Touch of Wrath. Look at the Far Realms. One down. One down, baby. We destroyed Lathander's temple because no run's complete without it. And it also gives us a very, very useful legendary magic item. Definitely want to be taking that where you can. All right, she's dead. Sorry, Kree. Oh, sorry about that. Jesus, Gale. Put it away.
It's gone.
And that is the end of Act 1. We went through this act as fast as we could and only took something like 4 or 5 fights total. Now that we're in Act 2 and specifically took the mountain pass, it's going to give us really quick access to getting the moon lantern. So we send our main character down to do the conversation with the Drider so that we can have permanent protection from the Shadow Curse.
Waste a step.
I'm going down there by myself. Last time, oh, not last time. One of the times we went down here, it sent the wrong person for this conversation. That pissed me off. So we're going to make sure the right person goes to the conversation here.
Yeah, we're boss.
Make yourself known.
Your true soul,
Oh my god.
my queen.
Bow today. All right, Bard Deception. It's already advantaged. We give guys guidance to ourselves. A 14 roll. Cheeky 33. Cheeky 33. All right. You may go now.
This is not
I'm gonna go for another deception here. A little 14. A cheeky 26. You know what I mean? We stand on business. All right. Very simple. They go away. We get the moon lantern. All right.
This lantern only lights the way.
And we'll release Dolly, Dolly, Dolly.
What do I owe you?
And she'll make us permanently protected. We bring the team back together again, and everyone is now level 5, baby. So with that in hand, we start our Thorm bullying arc. Okay. Let's go with the Bard option, why not? So I think we need to toss her a gold piece. And then we say, we don't hand out gold for so little in return. We want to do, I've already paid, I think it is. Then we do, we might as well go Bard Deception because we get advantage for free. 29. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Replace me. No.
And
I require
we'll go persuasion again because that's where we have our expertise. 21. I think we might as well use a bardic inspiration here. If we go lucky here, we might as well, right? We have lucky defeat for that reason. 31. We're fine.
I know.
And she's dead. Like 1100 XP is crazy, by the way. After that golden shower, we head to Moonrise Towers. Here we get the quest from Zrel, which is going to make it a little bit easier for us to get into Shar's Gauntlet and will allow us safe-ish passage to go and see Balthazar. Let's go Persuade, plus 12. It's only a 16. We'll go with a little guidance. We have the whole team here. A little 33s, a little bit juicy, a little bit tasty. Bought a couple of magic items from this lady. Advantage on all of our attack rolls. I'll actually quite happily pay it. Then we continue our Thorm bullying arc. So, we get advantage because of our spider silk armor, which is really nice. And the only... He's gonna talk forever, dude. Done? So, our armor gives us advantage, which is really nice. Advantage on con saves. Fantastic. Resistance from one of our clerics, which is good. Our cons are +2. It's not crazy. The sleight of hand, it's fine. And as a check, if you're really good at sleight of hand, it's maybe better. But if you fail the sleight of hand, he will fight you. He notices you're not drinking, and the worst that happens when you drink this stuff is you get drunk, which gives you disadvantage on charisma checks, which we're going to balance out anyway with our abilities, so it's not a huge deal. So now we tell the story. Because we're a bard, we get advantage, and that's it. He dies. Fantastic. Pretty good. So being a bard here, gross. Being a bard here, very good. Go up here and get our fast travel beacon as our invisible Kree, and then we'll send the rest of the team over here as well through the fast travel. Anywho.
Come, step forward. You
You
are no sister.
Oh, student, yes. Enlighten me, yes. The sisters aren't ready.
From their menace.
They're not ready. They're not ready, I tell you. So there we go.
There it
All right. So what I really think, buddy,
is, I wonder.
I think you should probably have them hone their skills on each other, to be honest with you, pal. 31, I think it's for the best.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And then you know what? It's even crazier than that. You should probably just kill yourself while you're at it. Probably just kill yourself while you're at it.
Observe.
So now that our Thorms are dispatched, we head straight into the Shar Gauntlet. We run invisible all the way through up to Balthazar's door. We do this with Kree because she has permanent invisibility as long as we don't choose to drop it. We get right up to the door and we cast Knock. The reason we do this is because the DC to unlock the door is incredibly high. This spell bypasses that, makes the enemy spawn. We can open the door. We have alert, so we go first. We turn invisible again, and then we just hide. This is a very, very, very long fight to just sit and watch and press end turn on. However, Balthazar is almost guaranteed to die. That's going to save you from a very difficult fight later. And because you're sort of allied with him at the moment, any enemy he kills gets you some extra XP, which is always nice. He's always heading in my direction, dude. I'm telling you, he knows where I am. He's just pretending he doesn't. All right, 1 HP. Come on, guys. Come on, 1 HP. Come on, 1. Thank you for that. Now that we've dealt with Balthazar, we're going to go and do the Shar's Gauntlet. This is, to my understanding, skippable with the Knock spell, just right at the door to the Shadowfell. But we may as well do the Gauntlet because they're very simple and very quick being visible. By doing the Naked strat for the second trial, the underwear strat isn't ideal. All right, but it has to be done for this very brief moment, okay? Just for this very brief moment, all right? And then get dressed. This, and then we'll do a little sunbeam right here. Crit it. Jesus. God, that was gonna get me riled up. I'm telling you, that's gonna get me so riled up. Yeah, the stairs blocked it. That's fine. That's how it be sometimes. That's how it be. And then just looking at the floor for the third. Next, we run in the silent room, still invisible. Click the front right button and look in this bookcase. Put the book on the pedestal and get yourself some items. And at this point, we're ready to round off our overall bullying arc with your gear. This is going to be a success. I am certain of that fact.
Something out there. I can feel it.
That said,
You've got to keep moving.
Shadowheart, I think it's time for you to leave. Just to be safe. There we go.
A new arrival.
All right. You know Raffi? He wants you dead. Let's go with whatever we can pick, and Bard Persuasion gives us advantage here, so we'll take it, obviously. Even with a 5 and a 7, we still pass with a 20. All right, they all killed themselves. Fantastic. We don't have advantage here, but we just have lucky. 21 is doable. We have inspirations, so I am just going to take this risk here and assume we'll hit a 21. 14, 26. Perfect. All right, let's go for it again. And this time, since everything else is dead, we might as well go for the Bardic Inspiration because he's going to die anyway. With the lucky for a 28. Very nice.
You're wrong about this.
And there we go. We've dealt with your gear. I think certainly less experience than if we'd have done it ourselves in a proper fight. But we're avoiding risk here. Risk mitigation is the name of the game, right?
Bastard.
Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Stunning. With that done, it's time to face the Moon Maiden. And one of the issues of having Shadowheart here as your second origin character is that you haven't really had much time to make her a better person. And as a result, you may have to convince her not to kill the Moon Maiden. Now, I did in this case. If you were playing someone like Astarion instead of having Shadowheart, maybe that wouldn't be such a problem. But I really don't want to make any risks here that would be really, really bad. So let's try and convince her not to do this. I don't really want to kill. This is wrong. Let's do the persuasion just to be safe. Just to be safe, dude. Just to be safe. All right. We have plenty of inspirations if we need them to. Pretty high. It was a pretty high roll though. 21 was pretty high. Now we finally head into the final fights in Act 2 into Moonrise Tower. Zrel always counter spells right off the bat. So if we just go with a simple level 1 spell here, she will just counter spell it. So we'll blink her a little bit here. There we go. Counter spell. She's still in... Oh my god, she's still invisible. Well, in that case, she may as well throw a bottle of water, like there maybe? Get the 3 of them. Gets her in combat. So she should have used her reaction already, which means we can go ahead with our attack. Now, bear in mind, she's got Mirror Image, which does increase her AC up to 23, right? So she's pretty hard to hit. The reason we're going to go with Shart first is because we have a natural 20 stocked up, so if we miss the attack, we can sort of use it guaranteed. Since we have 3rd level spells, we go a 3rd level Witch Bolt. She's wet. We have 35% chance to hit. If we don't hit, we use a natural 20. Bada bing, bada boom, right? Let's do it. Sort of Wrath. Portent die 20. 144 damage. She's dead right off the bat. Boom. That is a wonderful beginning to combat. That is fantastic. That is very, very, very good. All right. Good turn, Shadowheart. Beautiful, beautiful go. So now we're free to then do damage regularly as well. So Gale has advantage on this attack. We probably will Luck of the Far Realms one of these guys. These guys are particularly dangerous because they're paladins. So let's see if we can take one of them out as well in a single shot, ideally. Touch of Wrath and a Luck of the Far Realms. Another 144. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh god. Probably could have done a 2nd level there, to be honest, but that's okay. That is a good start. That's a very, very, very good start. Now, it's very, very important to remember that whenever I'm going into these fights here, I am long resting and then doing a partial long rest repeatedly because it costs you no food and it will reset the portent dice. We want to make sure that we have at least 1 natural 20 when going into these fights because it makes sure that if we miss an attack, we can crit, and then Luck of the Far Realms will make it so that we can crit if we do hit. As a very helpful aspect of the way that we've built these characters to mitigate a little bit of the risk so we can go into combat and take out our strongest enemy as fast as possible. Now, fortunately for me, making everyone wet and then electrocuting them worked perfectly in this fight. However, if things had gone south or they had turned bad, all I would have done is turn invisible, run away, long rest, go invisible again, and run past. By this point, you want to be level 6 or at least close to it so that you can get feats on Gale and also on your other origin character. You're going to take alert on both of them because it'll make your fight against Ketheric just a bit easier. And then we'll just do one of those. And one of those. Oh, that's it. Sweet.
Another parasite.
Hell yeah, dude.
It might be useful.
Are they gonna fucking die? And so we have our first fight against Ketheric. Now, the bullying arc should have been continuing into this fight, but I made a crucial mistake. Because I was trying to do this quickly, I skipped going into Ketheric's room and reading his diary. I think you need to read those things to be able to convince him to chuck himself into the donut hole in his second fight. So do bear that in mind if you're going to do it yourself. This changed the way we're going to have to fight him, but it wasn't too big a deal. Not much we can really do about that now, I suppose. Let's have Penelope throw the bottle of water right up there. Get him all wetted up. And we'll maybe start with Shadowheart here. All right. So he's wet. We have a natural 20, assuming that we missed the attack. We don't miss. We have our Luck of the Far Realms. Bada bing, bada boom. We did miss, so natural 20. 142.
Enough. My lord.
That tentacle was colossal.
We're going to have Kree come over here
Boots have seen everything.
and do the sunbeam here. We might as well make him. That was very nice. There's one more. I don't know where he is. Oh, I missed him completely. That's so funny. Oh, I might be hitting Penelope here. Yeah, no, I did hit Penelope there. I did hit Penelope there. The old PP struggles there. That was not great for her. So, first fight done. We jump into the flesh hole. We flush Zevlor for a bunch of XP. Zevlor, buddy. Sorry about this, buddy. Sorry about this, buddy. Sorry, Zevlor. Sorry, Zevlor. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, team. It's just a lot of XP, and I can't let that go to waste. Now, bear in mind, the second that you jump into the flesh hole, you will not be able to long rest again. So make sure you avoid fights, and make sure that you get the natural 20 on one of your portent dice before you go in here.
What choice do I have?
We'll find another way, Gale. Stop trying to kill yourself. It's not time yet. Kill yourself later, dude. What's wrong with you? There's a time and a place to kill yourself, Gale. There's a time and a place. Let's do what we did before and go for the Thunder Wave. Surprise round. Good. Good. Good, good, good. That's exactly the start you wanted. You have the surprise round. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. So we just want to free the Maiden. Like that. Give her a little ass pat, if you will. Throw the bottle of water. So we need to do 113 damage to him. We're looking for big money here. Looking for big money. Let's cutting words this. He does save that. Not ideal. So we will take a speed potion here. And we're going to do a second one. 62 is pretty good. 62 is pretty good. 23 left. We're going to do a speed potion on Kree as well. This better work. Oh, thank God. It also did barely enough damage. He is still wet. He is surprised. 75% chance isn't actually that good. But it'll hit. I believe in you, Gale. I believe in you, my boy. Destructive Wrath. He only rolled an 18. Let's make it the Bardic attack. So we're guaranteed to hit with a +1, assuming that will make it so that we can use Luck of the Far Realms. Sake! It did not work. It did not work. It needs to be a straight pure roll, which is very upsetting. Well, what can you do? Shadowheart, you're gonna miss this. So make it a 20. 144. He's got 144 left. Gale, you drink one as well. Just try and hit, buddy. Just try and hit. God, it didn't hit. Okay, but we're still, you know what? 4 potions of speed. We had to do like a bunch of damage to him beforehand. This is still a surprise round. Aelin, just go ahead and miss, if you don't mind, a couple of attacks. Yep. Oh, Aelin hits one. Ain't no way. She never does that. She never does that. Well done, Aelin. Proud of you, buddy. Proud of you. Gale, bucko. If you could go for another attack here. Yeah, that'll miss. That'll miss. That'll miss. That will miss. All right, well, let's go for lightning ball then. Okay, that does it. There you go. Fair enough. That was so easy. Oh, I'm glad that worked out. I'm glad that worked out. So once we defeated Ketheric, we then went straight into the second fight that you cannot escape from, and that is the Astral Monks. In here we get Misty Step is the perfect spell to get through that part. Thunderwave, the next one's off the map. Yeah. Thunderwave. Nice. And then started the main fight against them in front of Orpheus. Now this is where I had made a huge mistake and only realized about halfway through this fight. When you have a multi-class and you have an overlapping spell, if you accidentally select the wrong one, you will use the wrong stat. So in this case, I had the Cleric Thunderwave selected for both Gale and Shadowheart. This meant our saving throw DC was way lower because it was using our Wisdom instead of our Intelligence or Wizard. This absolutely could have cost me the entire run, especially because I got tunnel vision on trying to knock them off the map instead of just doing regular damage to them. Eventually, I wisened up and just went for lightning damage with water again, which took them out way quicker than trying to knock them off the map with a spell that was never going to work. But with the speed potions, we were pretty okay. And then big witch bolt. Actually, we'll have Shark go first. Touch of Wrath, Luck of the Far Realms, 144 taken care of. Bada bing, bada boom. Gale's attack now, 3rd level on this guy right here. Bada bing, bada boom, Destructive Wrath. We're both 3rd level to be safe. I'm glad we did. And level up too, which is quite juicy. I mean, it would be criminal not to, right? It would be criminal not to. There we go. All right. That was a lot more stressful than I'd anticipated it being. So we finish that fight and we head into Act 3. Now, despite Act 3 being by far the largest act in the game, this is probably the quickest act there is, at least if you play it the way that I did. So we ran straight to Worm's Rock.
A cultist makes so much as a...
Okay.
Any access will not be easy.
It won't be easy.
You must either earn an invitation.
You're right. It probably won't be easy. It probably won't be easy to get in there. Yeah, probably won't be easy to get in. That's crazy. That's crazy. You can just fly right through it, dude. It's great. You can jump as well. Jumping works as well. Joined Gortash. My word is my bond. It's the Bard option. We'll definitely take that. You definitely do not want to have Karlach in your party because we are going to have to side with him. Definitely, it's for the best. Broke into a house. Whoopsies. All right, let's stay in Parchment. I think that's all we need. Warned a woman she was about to be poisoned. Hello, Cora. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it. A serial killer's after you. Rapid. Maybe. Wet. Followed the assassin to a clothing store. Head inside. We open doors, fight starts, bada bing, bada boom. Baited him outside so the guards would take care of him. And all we have to do, really, is a little dash of Roni outside of Roni. And now we just wait.
No way to run a business.
There we go. There we have it. All right. He think he paralyzed himself. That is the stupidest shit I've ever seen anyone do in my life. Kree's actually just going to go invisible. We gotta be safe, you know what I mean? We gotta be safe. The safest thing we can do is make sure one person gets out no matter what. Fantastic. I'll be taking that. It's time to manhole. We need to get into that man's hole. We are just gonna split up because it's easier here. This manhole's ideal because it takes us basically the direct path to the Baal's temple. All right, that opens up the door. Kree is going to be invisible and she's going to leg it all the way down here. We are speed running this now, dude. We are unstoppable at this point. Unlocked a fast travel beacon. I absolutely love the Wergar invisibility. It is absolutely broken. It is bonkers, dude. It is bonkers. Joined Baal's pals. +12. Lucky. Bada bing, bada boom. 28. Not a problem. Speeding through. Murder tribunal done. We're good. I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta do what I gotta do, alright? I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta do what I gotta do. I missed. Fine. Alright. I'm going to bed. Fuck off. I'm not having 47 potatoes. And then faced Orin. Now, you might think Orin would be quite a hard fight, especially in honor mode, but she is laughably easy. If you just hit her with a couple of higher level magic missiles, you can get rid of all the unstoppables that she has because each dart counts as an individual hit. And then you just rinse and repeat as we have done for this entire run. Water and lightning, and that's her dead. Cree, buddy. What I'm going to need from you is a speed potion, all right? And she has her 12 unstoppables, right? So you're going to cast one of these. Give you like 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. Nice. It's fine. Wet. Now it's time for some damage, if we can. We have a wet enemy. We have a 4th level slot. And we have a 4th level witch bolt with an 84% chance to hit. Destructive Wrath. Luck of the Far Realms. Do a little 192 damage. Why not? And, you know, I think while we're at it, let's just try and finish this off with a 4th level, 55% chance to hit. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Why not? I guess. I suppose. It couldn't hurt. It couldn't hurt, could it? And then run away. Sorry, Lazel, honey. Sucks to be you, doesn't it? Oh, no, you're fine. I made the mistake of picking up Lazel from the table. So rather than having to sit through all the turns watching her die, I just threw her off the edge. All right. Excellent. The Githyanki warrior is dead. And that's all she wrote. After that, we returned to Gortash, told him that we're keeping the stones, which he seems to respect, and then we headed to the end of the game. Yeah, and we keep it. He's testing us. We're good pals. Bada bing, bada boom. Perfect. We're going back to... Right, Lazelle's apparently here.
Let's rehearse this one more time, I swear.
She is. She is, in fact, definitely here. Okay, apparently she's not dead. Oh, no, she just can't be resurrected. Okay, dude. Okay. Well, we're going back to Temple of Baal. We've got Gorty Warty on our side. Gale's looking good, by the way. Sheesh, Gale. Oh, my lord. We got him all dressed up nice before his, you know, his final decision. Sorry, Galey. Sorry, buddy. Okay, Lazelle's with us in spirit, you know what I mean?
It's infused.
She's with us in spirit. And in physical form, too. Her dead body, we're carrying it wherever we go. Everywhere we go, we carry it. We'll just send Kree up by herself because she can stay invisible. And it's just only one person has to come up. Everyone else will follow suit afterwards. I think the mind break thing happens again. There we go. Here we go. Visible again.
The stones to me. I come.
Come. Do we have Aelin in here? No, even Aelin hasn't showed up. It's just Withers. And Cole, of course. All right, Kree, off you go, buddy. Flying potion. Kree, have a drink. Fly up here. So here's where Gale comes in handy. Gale has been a traveling nuke this whole time with us, but here is where I made my final major mistake. So in the rush to complete this and not trying to get any more XP because we didn't need it anymore, I skipped these Sorcerous Sundries. Now, it's my belief, though I'm not entirely sure, that by skipping this, it changed Gale from willingly blowing himself up to requiring a skill check. I only had a +10 to my persuasion here, and this roll requires a 30, meaning that I had to get a natural 20 no matter what. Couldn't add any bonuses, couldn't give myself advantage with lucky. This was a straight roll that would have ended the run. Now, sure, I had a few inspirations, but even then, at best, I had maybe a 1 in 4 chance of succeeding here. This would have been just over 9 hours of wasted time if I had died at this point. But I got incredibly lucky and hit that natural 20 to convince Gale to do what needed to be done. That could have been really, really, really bad. That could have been so bad. Couldn't even use lucky though, which seems crazy to me. Anyway, we succeeded.
I could simply tell you what you want to hear, then ascend by myself
You could,
and
Gale.
seize the
You could.
crown anyway.
But you won't. God, he looks good though, dude. He's definitely tucked up there though. It's got to be said. He looks great. Sorry, Gale. I'm sorry I keep doing this to you. Off you pop, buddy. Ugh. Off that now. Oof. Probably hurts. I reckon that's probably like that's going to be at least a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10 in pain. You know what I mean? I'd say at least a 6. At least a 6. Sorry, I was looking at Gale. I couldn't stop thinking about it. At least a 6 with a, you know, up to about 10, I would say. All right, Withers, meet me in here. Meet me in here for some hot, passionate, steamy skeleton man sex. Let's have a look at the save file. Let's look at the save file and have a quick check and see what it says, eh? And this is actually our second Penelope Popperton that we've completed. So we should have 2 of them, actually. We do. There you go. That was the 15 hour and 45 minute. This was the 9 hour and 12 minute Penelope Popperton Honor Mode run in one sitting. Honor Mode in one sitting. I know you can speedrun it in like half an hour, obviously. Like, you know, that's is possible, but I'm not a speedrunner. I don't know how to do the strats, and I'm not really interested in doing the strats myself. So being able to do all of this in less than 10 hours from start of the game to end of the game, I think's pretty impressive. I think that's pretty good. I feel pretty good about it. I think it's definitely one of the best ways to go about doing this run. I do think that it could be improved. I mean, we definitely had a couple of mistakes here and there, but no, I feel pretty good about it. 9 hours, not bad. I actually was kind of scared because the last one, as you see here, was 15 hours and 45 minutes, and I was scared that I was committing to like a 16-hour stream. This has only been 9 hours, 9.5 hours-ish, so that's pretty good. Oh man, very, very nice.